Hello everybody and welcome to Fruitful Trees. Here I am again doing another video from my trip that I took this summer up to Orlando, and we're going to visit Frank Gilbert's house. Gilbert's been in his house for a long time and he has a really small yard, but he's planting ultra high density, and we're going to see how things are working out at Gilbert's house today. This is from Orlando. You can grow things in the Central Florida area, and this is just another example of somebody who's doing it. You got to gear it towards where you are and what's working in your yard. Gilbert knows what side the sun comes in on. He knows where he has shade in his yard and where he doesn't. And he's doing his best to plant the things that work best. So check him out. This is Gilbert in Orlando. Here it goes. All right, everybody. Here's Gilbert. Welcome to the show, Gilbert.
How you doing?
So, Gilbert, you're here in the Orlando area, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been here?
I've been here since 2012 in this house.
Okay, so when you first came here, did you buy the house with the idea of you were going to grow, or did that happen later?
That happened later. Yeah.
What made you decide to start growing fruit trees?
I have always liked nature, growing things, but it wasn't my intention to grow everything out. I just like to see. Ever since I was young, I like to be out in nature, walk in the parks and stuff.
Sure. And did you grow up in this area?
No, I'm from New York.
Okay, what part of New York?
Manhattan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I used to like walking in Central Park, Van Cortlandt,
Yes.
since I was a young boy.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, so
Yeah.
Coney Island.
Yeah.
Great. So, do any of your other neighbors grow here, or is it just you? Pretty much?
I have one neighbor that he's also on Facebook, and he was actually, I think you might have heard about him, Rasuk.
What's his name?
Rasuk. He lives a little down from me.
Okay.
And he's growing some mangoes and other fruit trees in his backyard. He's just starting, so.
Okay, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Mm.
And how do you do here with critters like squirrels and raccoons?
I really don't have an issue.
What about people? Do they ever see stuff in your trees or anything?
Nah, they don't go to my backyard.
All
A lot
right.
of people don't know what's back here. You don't see it because of the fences. You actually want to know what's back here.
Sure.
Unless you actually went back there.
All right. Well, give us the tour. Let us check it out.
Sure.
All right.
Follow me. This is the front. I don't have too much going on. So
Got moringa here. Okay.
this is actually my north side, so it's the colder side. So I don't put too much on this side.
How does the bananas do out here?
They do well, but like you know, they take up a lot of resources, a lot of fertilizer. So I've cut back a lot of them. They're mostly ornamental now because I don't feed them as much until they're a little bigger. Then that's when I give them, a lot of food to get them to bloom. This is peach.
Oh, peach tree. What kind?
Tropic. This is the Tropic Beauty.
Tropic Beauty. How does it do out here?
Does very well.
You get a lot of crop.
It gets full. My issue is the fruit fly.
Oh, I see.
Yep, I have an issue with the fruit fly.
Do you cut this tree back?
I've cut it back many times because it's very vigorous too. You can see the way it is.
Yeah.
And I cut it back a few months ago.
Nice.
And I've hacked it down, and it just comes back.
Now, as we get into your yard here, do you water your trees?
Not this one because it's established, but I do hand water most of my trees.
Okay.
I do have a sprinkler system back there, which I put on once in a while, but mainly it's water, by hand.
Do you spray your trees with anything?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, from time to time, I will for the bugs. I'll spray some fungicide if I need to. I do foliar feeding. I spray that.
What do you feed that with, the leaves?
Organic stuff.
Okay.
Kelp and fish emulsion. Some other organic. I try to use organic on it if I can. I also, you'll see, I also have a lot of cactus, which I use for fertilizer. I
Okay.
take the petals, I'll grind them down. Also, I'll add moringa to it. I'll add the Mexican sunflower, and I make like a compost tea.
I just started using moringa extract
Mm-hmm.
for my leaves. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. I have a lot of it growing, so and with the prices of fertilizer going up, I said, yeah,
Exactly. So
I have to, use.
you got some
stuff that I
citrus
have.
here. Some citrus here.
This is it's a palmetto. I think it's a seedling. It's a hybrid. It's not thick skin like a pomelo, but it's I believe it's the seedling of my other one that I have on the other side.
Do they
It
get
was.
big?
Do they get big? About the size of a grapefruit, small
Okay,
grapefruit.
okay.
Yeah, this is actually was here when I bought the house, so I believe it's a seedling. There's a few trees that were here already, so I believe that they're seedlings or they got killed back and the rootstock came up.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like my tangerine. It's very productive, but it's a little tart. But I use it for juicing. Like this one as well, and my other pomelo. I use them mostly for juicing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very good after you juice it. All right, we'll walk up this way. I got some veggies growing.
So your yard is on a slope here, I see.
It's a hill. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
hill. I kind of terraced it out
Very nice the way you did
because
that.
way back in the beginning, the water used to just rush, and I used to have a lot of erosion issue. So I've terraced everything, and it's now, it's all controlled. No more erosion.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another peach tree here.
This is a nectarine.
Nectarine, okay.
Yeah, I have two nectarines actually. They're right next to each other. But you're gonna see a lot of stuff is close, compact. I like kind of that forest feel, have things a little, they protect each other, And this is on my north side, which is where the cold, so I don't worry about them. My nemesis here is the cold, because I'm always about 3 or 5 degrees lower than what's forecast, because I have no canopy around me. So I get the full run of the cold.
How cold does it get out here?
I have gone down to like 26. Yeah, back in 2018, I believe that was the coldest year that I had so far, and that just wiped out all my mango trees. I had a
Really?
lot in the ground, and they just.
So other than mangoes, what can't you grow out here because it gets too cold?
What can I grow?
No, what can't you grow?
Probably Camito,
Camito? Okay.
sour stop. I can't grow. I don't know what else. I don't know what else might not grow. Maybe mamey. I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of those I don't really mess with because I
Sure.
think they're too tropical.
And how big's your yard?
Uh,
Do you know, like,
it's I believe the whole thing is 10,000 square feet.
okay,
So that's probably like an eighth of an acre or something like that.
okay. So
Yeah.
show us what else you got here.
All right, got Barbados cherry.
Barbados cherry.
Got a fruit punch mango.
Oh, wow.
I just grafted Phoenix on there, so it's gonna be.
Wow, fruit punch phoenix tree. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nice.
it hasn't flowered for me yet though, so but we'll see. Maybe next year.
Yep.
And then amazingly, it doesn't get affected by the cold. It's got 2 years straight. The other trees get burnt, and this one, for some reason, in this spot, yeah, it's never got hit by the cold. I don't know. Can't explain it. And this is the petals. I told you I use the petals for the fertilizer. I'll take that, put it in a blender, and make a little puree with it. That's a mulberry that I have over here. Some more moringa. See, I have moringa. They all need to get trimmed down.
Wonderful. All this moringa. That's great.
Yeah. And I have like this is a Rollinia. It's a seedling.
It don't get too cold for Alinea here?
No. They do get, they lose their leaves.
Yeah,
they
sure.
lose their leaves. They get, little. They go into dormancy, so they're pretty okay. And I think because they're kind of in the little niche there, I think they're okay. Hog plum. That's a
Okay.
yellow hog plum. I got a little dwarf avocado here, Florida. That's actually about 6-7 years old. It
Wow.
doesn't grow.
Which one is it?
It's Florida has.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't grow. It'll flower. It'll hold fruit for a little while. So I've been grafting that one onto this one because I want to pull it out. And so I got a few grafts there. This one might take, but the ones that I did have luck with was the Brogdons. I put some
Brockton, okay. What is this tree originally?
It's a Lula. It was initially a Lula grafted. And what I think happened was back in 2018 where I had a lot of things get killed. It grew back around the graft line, but it hasn't flowered for me. been like 5 years. So I'm thinking that's a Lula rootstock. So
So
that's why I try grafting onto it. So hopefully next year, if anything, I might get Brogdon. You know, but it should. It's been like 5 years, so it should start producing soon too. This here is a red mauve, a Kapong.
anything on that you ever get?
Yeah. It's still flowering. So we'll see what comes out of that. It looks like it's setting some fruit. It's a little late this year. Because what happened? Well, actually, what happened was I cut it back. It flushed out. The flush did not look good. It wasn't really, didn't have a lot of blossoms. So I cut it back, and this was actually a reblossom, or a reflush and reblossom. So hopefully we'll get something. I got a Hefner graph on that, and a few of these I forgot the name of them. Murray graphs.
Okay.
I got them from Trudy Tropical. So I got a couple and they took hold. And they're actually flowering as well. And this is the Hefner Anamoya.
Gefner.
Gefner.
Gefner, yeah.
I know. I always say Hefner. It's the Gefner Anamoya. And there's a few of the Murray graphs on there as well.
Have you gotten fruit from that tree?
Yeah, it's actually holding one right now, larger one. And then it still has the blossoms coming out.
Nice.
So it's still blossoming, so I might get a little something. I think the last year I had about 3. I don't self-pollinate. I don't do the pollination. I let the beetles take care of it.
Okay.
There's some little beetles that'll come and they'll take care of it. All right, what else we got? I got some seedlings. I have seedlings all over the place. I use them as monitors to see how everything goes. Chama.
Jama. Okay.
She just actually flowered not too long ago, so it still has. I'm hoping that it'll set for me some fruit. So they flowered like a month and a half ago, and I didn't get anything. But these look like they might actually hold.
What's this big tree here?
That's a Royal Poinciana. I have one in the front, a big, nice, beautiful one that used to flower. I think it's probably it looked better than the ones from Miami, from down south. But
Big tree.
a hurricane took one of the trunks down. And I decided rather than have a trunk fall on the house or my driveway, I had to take it down. It was a beautiful tree. A lot of shade up in that front area. And as you can see, I got a lot of shade back here. A lot of the trunks you see, they got messed up from the hurricane. So I actually want to trim it back a little bit more to get some more sun down here. I got dragon fruit coming up. That's the Suriname cherry. It doesn't fruit much for me because this was actually one that I was pulling out. I no longer wanted it because of the fruit fly. And I felt bad and I just tuck it back here. So it'll give me fruit every once in a while. Okay, and then we have Brogdon avocado over here.
We missed this one here, right?
Which one? That's just a flowering tree, no fruits.
Okay.
It'll make nice, beautiful yellow flowers. And this is the Oro Negro.
Oro Negro, okay.
Yep.
How old are these?
This one is actually a couple months old.
Okay.
That one is maybe 2 years old. I just tipped it back, so I'm trying to get a little more compact. You like tomatoes?
You got tomatoes?
These are sun
nice.
gold.
Sun gold tomatoes.
These are the ones they say are the best. You ever try those? Sun gold?
I had some this color. Let's try them.
Yeah, sun gold.
Very nice.
It's touted to be the best cherry tomato. This is
Pomegranate?
Pomegranate.
What kind?
It's a seedling of a wonderful pomegranate, the ones that usually sold in the stores. I planted it and it produces fruit. There was another one that I had in a different location, and I pulled it out because they crack. That the problem we have here in Florida is that the pomegranates, they crack. When you get too much rain, they split, crack. So I decided to put it back in the ground, and she started producing again. So these are new additions that I'm trying out. This is plum cop.
Plum cod. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to see, you know, if it gets enough chill. And this is pluots.
Pluot. All
This is a
right.
3-in-1 pluot. So we'll see. We'll see, you know, what they do. This is a tangerine, sunburst tangerine.
So no issue with citrus out here.
Not really, no. No, I've
Okay.
had these trees for years, and you know, they do take a lot of fertilizer, which I don't give them enough, but you know, they do pretty well for me. Cotton candy mango.
Okay. You got anything on that yet?
About a couple years ago, yeah. And then the code, I had issues with the code, and I had to cut it back.
I see a grafting on there too.
I have a few grafts on there, yeah. But
Nice.
most of the grafts that I do are from my own trees. You know, I'm practicing, and I do it just as backups. That's Sun Racer nectarine.
Okay.
And I already harvested off of it. Once I harvest, it usually kind of goes into a dormancy.
You got everything super compact here. Okay.
Yeah. Everything, and I plan to keep everything trimmed. This is Super Julie. It's a new addition. This eventually I plan to, you know, get rid of this one because I have that one already. So I'm planning to get this one.
What is that?
Top down. This is a tangerine.
Okay.
Tangerine.
Okay.
I'm planning to top it down and maybe graft that one onto it, or one of my other citrus onto it, and then just have it grow a little more vertical. We'll see. Still don't know. Still not quite sure I'm going to do with that. Banana. There's another mango. This is an unknown variety. Lost the tag, so I don't know. Somebody gave it to me, but it is grafted.
Okay.
We'll see what it produces. This is another peach. This is Tropic Snow, and I think it gave me about 25 peaches.
Nice.
Yeah, 25. I bagged them up, and I was able to get them before the fruit flies came. I have a big issue with the Caribbean fruit fly here. So this was all full with squash. I still have a big squash here that I have to pick. Calabasa.
Okay. Calabasa. Yep.
But the squash bugs are coming in. This is my Mexican sunflower. I use it as a chop and drop, and for my compost tea. I'll lay it down as well. You see around the mangoes, they love it. This is my Pickering Super Dwarf. But it's dwarf because I had to cut it back from the code. But yeah, it's holding some fruits. Probably gonna be another month before they're ready. That's Scarlet Beauty plum. That one's pretty productive as
I
well.
hear plums do well out here.
Yeah. What happened was back in 2018 when I lost all my mangoes, I said I'm not gonna buy any more mangoes, you know. And I started getting the stone fruit because I knew they couldn't handle cold. So I got low chill varieties. And that's my Fairchild mango. That's actually the largest one that I have.
Okay.
It's more protected in there. I don't cover that one, so that's why it's you know, still pretty big. It doesn't really produce well for me. So hopefully this year we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I gave it too much Mexican sunflower, too much nitrogen. This is a Satsuma plum, which isn't too productive. It flowers like crazy, but I don't get fruit. So I got grafts on there. I have a bunch of grafts from all my stone fruit. So this has about 5 varieties on there. So we'll see next year what it does. It's very vigorous too. We'll go down that way and then we'll swing this way.
Okay.
Got some Moselle hibiscus. This is Abu ceiling.
About
Abu.
Abu.
It's
Nice.
a ceiling.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna fruit. It's a little cold sensitive too. It does
Sure.
get a hit, but it always comes back. These are grapes. Little grapes. It's a ceiling grape, so they're a little small. The muscadine. Then I have a little mango hedge which I'm gonna form here up against the house. This will be the my south side. We'll see.
What kind of mangoes are those?
That one is creme brulee.
Remember
Yeah,
okay.
they're gonna have to. They'll be, kept in here. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. This is a lemon meringue. This is probably my third try lemon meringue. I just can't seem to get a tree to get established. So we'll see. And this one is Venus. And as they grow, these bananas are gonna get eliminated. And then this is my honey kiss, the overachiever.
Honey kiss.
Just hanging with fruit. I had to strap it and do all kind of things to keep her up. But yep, it's the honey kiss. Go back up here and go around the other side.
All right, I'll let you lead the way.
Got some pineapples over
Yeah, I see some pineapple. Okay. So when you got this was just an empty lot.
Empty, yeah, except for the citrus trees that were here already. Tangerines, this pomelo was here. Over here, this is a lime. This was from an older tree that was already on the property that was on that side, and it was slowly dying back. The trunk was dying back. So what I did was I took cuttings. So this is about 3-year-old cutting. It actually started fruiting this year. So next year it should be loaded because it's very productive. I got some dragon fruit going up my moringa. They're starting to bloom right now. The pomelo. This is a very productive tree. And this is actually a light harvest for it. This thing gets more loaded than this.
So I see, is this for dragon fruit, this pole?
Yeah, I used to have some dragon fruit. This is for these that don't really grow. I guess I have to strap them up and put a little more vitamin in these to try to get these to grow. But yeah, I have to fix this up. So when it finally does go up, I'll change it out. This is our sapodilla. And this is another one of those cases where everything got killed back in 2018. I actually bought this at a nursery that same year, and it had flushed back, and it looked like it was above the graft, but it hasn't flowered for me. So it's been 5 years.
Wow.
It's supposed to be a hasha. How do you say it?
Hassia.
And I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe this year, she'll flower, do something. I've been giving it a little bit more vitamins, a little more fertilizer, and hope. We'll see. Red hybrid jaboticaba. She just started fruiting for me this year. It actually has one fruit on there. It hasn't really gone into a heavy production yet. This is your favorite. Can you guess?
This one here?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. I love Phoenix.
This is
And it's doing well here.
Yeah. Except for the cold. As you can see, I've had to hack it back because of that last cold that we got. I didn't protect it. I've been protecting them the last couple of years. That's why I actually.
And how do you protect them when you protect them?
I put a canopy around them, frost cloth, and plastic.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got a good amount on there. That's good.
That's the only reason I have, because if not, they would have got hit again. And then this is all just different mangoes that I have here. Cherry of the Rio Grande. A couple other little things I got going on. Variegated lemon. This is a blood orange. I'm just trying to hold fruit. That's a seedling of jackfruit. Orange crush, I believe is the variety.
Okay.
Have it in the pot. I think that one as well is a little cold sensitive for this area. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This is a Kesar.
Excellent.
Yeah, I actually have a CC love down there. It's temporary. It was in a pot. It was actually a little too close. But I put it in the ground and see what it does. And I'll probably have to pull it out a little later. This one is the Dupois Saigon.
Okay.
And they were actually in containers not too long ago. I just put them in the ground a few months ago. So We'll see what they do next year. Edward. That's my Edward. It actually has one fruit over here.
Oh, wow.
This is actually the first year that it fruited for me. And then I have a sugar loaf in the ground. This is where I had my pickering. I had a pickering that I put in a pot. It's actually, that's 6 years old. That pickering that I have in the pot, it's dwarfed because I let it fruit. So it was little, and that stunts the growth. Another Rollinia seedling, a sweet lime.
So you got an M4 in a pot here.
I got an M4, yeah, that I just got recently. It's one of those little baby grass that they make nowadays. These are avocados that I got after seeing your videos. This is, I believe, this is the improved Polak, and this is the second one that you did a video on. I forgot the name on that.
Maria
one.
Black, maybe. Kampong.
Kapana.
Where'd you get those from?
From Laura Farms.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah. I ordered them after I saw your videos.
Nice.
So I'm letting them grow out.
The improved Pollock, it droops. It'll droop as it grows.
Yeah, is it this one? I thought it was that. Well, yeah, it seems like this is the droopy one, so it could be.
Yeah.
So I'm letting them grow out, and then I'll see where I can fit them.
Excellent. Both of them are excellent.
We'll try.
Very nice.
Fit them. And I got some more stuff over here. I got a star fruit, Sri Kabangan.
Okay.
That one I want to maybe hopefully get in the ground. They're a little cold sensitive here. So.
Here's your cactus.
That's my cactus tree.
You got prickly pear on here? Prickly pear on here? Fruit?
It produces these.
Oh, yeah?
These are the flowers, and then if it holds, it'll produce like a version of the bigger ones. It's a smaller version.
Okay.
I've eaten it before. It tastes kind of like a dragon fruit, a milder version, but it has so many little spines on it. June plum. This is some Thai ginger. This is my dwarf lychee. It's probably about 6 years old, believe it or not. And then I have canip. I got a couple trees of that. Somebody gave it to me, but actually, you know, you need that male and female combination. So.
Nice collection you got here, man.
Yep, got a couple more over here. Mangoes, Karen Michelle, and the pineapple pleasure. Just holding. It actually held on to 2.
Oh, wow. Check that out. Look how small that is, and it's holding on. Wow. That's great.
There's another one over here, which is a smaller one.
Well, what's your plan? Because these obviously are too close to get really tall. You're going to keep them very short and try to?
Yeah. They'll be short, maybe 12, 15 feet, maybe, hopefully. This side is actually not growing too much, but they'll be trimmed. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll see. You know.
Very nice, man.
You know what they say. You know, Mother Nature doesn't spread them out. So we'll see. I only have but so much space. You know, I always put them in containers and say they're gonna stay in containers for a while. But
now, do you want to get more stuff, or you try looking to get rid of stuff, or you're satisfied with what you got now?
That's I don't have any space for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that I'll get will have to stay in containers, and I'll just have to, you know, keep them in larger containers.
Very cool.
But yeah, pretty full right now.
Well, nice. Thanks for showing us around, man.
No problem.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. That was Gilbert. Another video from Central Florida of people growing. No excuses. Grow as much as you can, wherever you can. And it's just a wonderful thing to do, is to grow fruit trees. So thank you, Gilbert, for showing us around. And everybody, if you have comments or questions, post them below. Until then, have a great day and keep growing.